Hello my friends, I am so super excited to share this beautiful journal with you. I want to tell you that this journal was created as a design team project for Line.Arrow. So the kit that I have used inside is called Eclectic Grunge. I wanted to tell you this is my first design team project for Line.Arrow, and I truly appreciate being part of the team. And if you guys don't know who Line.Arrow is, please check out my description box for a link to Natalie's YouTube channel and also her Etsy shop, which is where you can find the kit. Now, before we get started, I want to show you the outside. So as you can see, this is the cover of the journal. This is not from the kit. This is a vintage print that I took out of a frame, and I cut it and I used those scissor, whatever those things are, the punches, to make the decorative edge punch. I covered the journal in fabric, as you can see, and this is the spine. It's a hidden spine, and then I really wanted to do a corset spine, but I don't have the proper tools. So this is as close as I could get for now, but as soon as I can get the proper tools, I'm going to do a corset spine. So as you can see, I ran satin ribbon through these brads and added these beautiful glass beads and just letting the rest of the satin ribbon hang. I love it. It's understated yet really has a nice impact. Here's the back of the journal, just the fabric, so pretty easy going there. So let's open it up and before I get started, let me show you the parts that I usually always forget, all right, which are the gems on the bottom. So we have this one. Hopefully you know what, let me turn it this way. I don't know if that helps or not, because I usually forget to show you when I'm showing off the journal. So you can see this one is kind of like a clear gold, and then I have a little dangle here with yellows and golds and whites, and then we have two glass beads. One is green and one is yellow. When you look at the profile of the journal, you can see lots of lace and then also some little dangly things here. Those I will not forget to show you as we are flipping through. So let's open it up. I probably won't talk through the whole thing, but I am going to want to point out the kit to you because it's mixed in with some music sheets, with my coffee dyed paper, things like that. As you can see, this first page is actually an envelope, and it was attached to some vintage music paper. And then here's the vintage music paper on the other side. It was actually a book, so it's got instructions there. And as you can see, I had put together these 3 postcards, but I put them together with fabric so you can see how easily they move. Here's the front of them. I just love it. So it's basically a postcard flip, and they actually can all stack this way, but I have them in here like, let's see, had them in here like this, but they also could go like this because that really is more presentable, isn't it? So anyway, I love the postcard flip, something I will probably do again in the future. So I'm going to start to show you the kit, and all the postcards are the kit, as is this and this page here, and this pocket actually is made from one of the tags in the kit. You can see that I added some lace. Under here is part of the kit. I can't lift this because I glued this down to hold this little vintage notepad in place. This was created using vintage bank statements. Over here I have a bullnose clip with a little dragonfly connected to it, and then this is a mini file folder, and I just love it. And it's decorated, but not to the nines, because I didn't want to make the journal any thicker than it already was. But the person, this will be available in my Etsy shop, and if somebody wanted to purchase this, they could certainly add more to this mini file folder if they wanted to. And by the way, that is part of the kit. Some of my coffee dyed paper, and this tag is from the kit, and so is this, and this pocket. I added some of that beautiful lace that I got in that haul that you guys saw. Oh, it's so pretty and goes so well. This whole spread is from the kit, all except for these vintage receipts that I coffee dyed and added in here, but the rest of it is the kit. You can see this pretty tag with the parrot on it, and then I have like this little dangling tag hanging from a bulb pin. Paper flip, coffee dyed paper from the kit. This is just a book page. Me and my daughter went on a trip, you guys remember that, and we went and visited Charleston, South Carolina, and so I had this brochure of Middleton Place, and so I added some coffee dyed paper to each page, and it just opens like an accordion, and I did that on the other side as well, and that has been attached to a page from the kit along with some lace that I sewed in. Here we have just some coffee dyed paper on the vintage music paper. Okay, that is the end of the first signature. We're moving into the second signature. This image here I got from a vintage National Geographic magazine, and I just thought the colors were perfect for this project. Some coffee dyed paper. These are images from the kit. Nice little doily, just to kind of let the eye rest, because if both of these pages were next to each other, it was really busy. So I put this in here to just calm everything down a little bit. This is a fabric belly band that I made, and that little typewriter is from the kit. And I'm not sure where this, oh, this is supposed to go over here. Let me see, let me put that back on there. There we go. Some coffee dyed paper, but you can see the kit here. It's absolutely beautiful. In the kit, there's a lot of neutral colors. There's some greens and some blues. It's very nice. This is from the kit, and so is this. This is a vintage envelope from 1966. These are the actual stamps that were on it, and then I just embellished that a little bit further. You can see this is from the kit, and then this is from a vintage encyclopedia, and I just created a nice, oh, this is a paper flip here. Let me open it. See, it's empty on the inside, so you can journal on that. Lots and lots and lots of journaling space in this project, as you can see. So I had some fun. She had some mini kits, she had some mini tags in the kit, and so I took them, printed them out, and I made a tag flip, and it's so fun and interactive, and it can be written on if you wanted to or not. These can be stacked in here however you'd like to do it, but I just have them like this because it'll lay a little bit flatter. That's adhered to some vintage some vintage music paper that I did coffee dye and then spritzed with some color, and that's from her kit as well. This is a picture of a famous opera singer. This lace has been sewed onto the kit. This is fun. There is a little dangle here, and it says forever, and this is scrapbook paper, but this is the kit. The pockets are, and so are the tags. I love them. They're gorgeous, very rich. And this pocket, there's room for the paper in here, and then there's another tag right here. I love how this particular spread looks. It's just so rich, and it's just kind of unique and fun. This is the kit, and it is next to the spritzed vintage music paper. This is one of those, what do we want to call these? She called them, this was a project that we did for Line.Arrow in the Facebook group, and they were called scrappy pads, that's right. And I used these vintage receipts to create the pad. So I think that's kind of fun. This is from the kit, and there's a little dangle attached to a paper clip, and this piece right here, I love it. I added this on the inside so it can be written on, but look at the image here. This is like an old pharmacy with these glass bottles, and I just love it, and I think it looks pretty neat in here. So this tag, which is part of the kit as well as this paper, I attached this little clip here, and that's how the tag is staying in there. And it has a dangle on it too that says believe. Look at this pretty picture from the kit. Isn't that neat with the horse on it? So this is our other doily. This is a pocket that I created with the other side of the magazine. And so you can see here that there is coffee dyed paper inside. Actually, this might be some of my eco dyed paper. I don't know, maybe, maybe not, I can't tell. Anyway, I think this is just coffee dyed. And then here's a nice little tag. It's an image. Both of these are from Vintage Encyclopedia, but that's part of the kit. So that is the end of the second signature, and there's the dangles there. This is a piece of really grungy coffee dyed paper that I created. There's actually a few little tears in it that I left in. I just thought it was kind of neat. You know, you don't have to use that in your journaling if it's hard to write on. I think you could write on it. I just think it's neat, very textural. And this is part of the kit actually under here. Let me show that to you. And I added this side pocket, and I used the paper from pattern paper, vintage pattern paper, and I made a ruffle, and then I added this really pretty, I think this is silk, and then I added a few sparkly gems in there, and then I added a little dangle right here at the bottom. This is a picture, or this is a page from the kit, and here we have a little flip. So when we flip this open, and this envelope is part of the kit, then there's a little tag inside. And one of her postcards from the kit is in there. And I backed it with a vintage, like, insurance card or something. And then I added another paper flip here. There's some fabric here, and then I tore the edge of a piece of scrapbook paper and added it to the kit paper, just for some texture. So this is book page here that I tore, as you can see, and then I inked it, and I put that over a page from the kit, and then obviously you can see this is a tag, but I just think that looks pretty neat. This is just scrapbook paper and a belly band that I added some fabric to, and then that little image is like a little mini from the kit. This is some of my gray coffee dyed paper. I love it. I think it's really unique. This is from the kit as well as this. I did take a red marker and just highlight the wings just a little bit. Added some fine lace right here, and this is the kit as well as that. So here's another vintage envelope, and you can see here's the window, and this is a vintage stamp, and this is a vintage image from a book about Denmark, and this is from the kit, and I added some satin and then some lace, and then there's pink lace actually underneath the black lace, and then 3 flat back gems, and I added some coffee dyed paper here. There's a little brad here that looks like a miniature tag. And then this center spread, this is the third spread. This has an image from the National Geographic, and it's similar to, actually it was one big spread in the book. I was able to make 2 pages in this journal with it. So I added a pretty little dangle here. It's a heart with a rose in it. I just thought it was perfect with these girls. I love these images. And then here is the dangle here. And then on this side, I added a fabric flip. Now, well, there is fabric here, but this is a paper flip, and I used vintage statements to create that I had coffee dyed. This is a page of the kit that I added a little bit of lace, really very fine, small, tiny lace. Actually, that was given to me by my friend Maria at Maria's Miscellany. This is a moth, and this is from the kit, as is this. You can see some stitching here because I stitched on some real pretty lace, and this lace actually was given to me by my friend Maria at Maria's Miscellany, and I stuffed some pink coffee dyed paper in there. So on this page, this is all the kit except for these little items here, but the pockets and the page and the tags are all from the kit. Let me move these out so you can see. And so it's really beautiful. And then this is also a page from the kit, and I just added another one of those scrappy pads with the vintage receipts, and I just had so much fun using them in here. This is also a page from the kit that I added some lace right to the edge. And then here is a beautiful tag. Now this in the pocket is from the kit. This paper is not, but this image is. And it's just a little, little tiny thing that you can write in. And that is the last page. I will sign it here. I sign all of my journals, and it will say handmade by Creating with Jovi, and then I actually sign my name on it. So this is my latest journal. I hope you guys love it as much as I do. It will be available in my Etsy shop. Thanks for watching. See you soon.